Challenge accepted.
Welcome back to Myst 4 Revelation. We were about to solve this puzzle. Now, let's first just see... Oh, look at that. He actually shows you. So... There we go. Did it work? That is really cool. And yes, it worked. Let's go. That was quite beautiful. And we finished this age, now we're just going to go back to the linking book, which is over here. Let's go. You can actually turn around and go back to that chair and activate a memory. But we're not going to worry about that just yet. Now, in a previous video, when we came back here, we saw somebody walking through there, touching a linking book, and the book falling, if you remember correctly. Now, apparently we can actually go back to these worlds if we so choose, but we don't want to. What we want to do, we need to go after Yisha now. To the third and final age that we can link to in this game. But how do we get there? Well, the book, it turns out, fell... well, the person who was there, which was the person whose age we just visited, by the way, which is Aknar. He was in Yisha's room, as we saw in that memory in the previous video. And he's the one that linked through that book to the third age. Which is where we're going to go now. So I kind of did these things the wrong way around is what I realize now. I think I should have done the age that we just did. I think we should have done that age first. But it doesn't matter. Still a fun game. But let's get to Yisha's age. Yeah. I mean to Yisha's age, to Yisha's room. I mean, we can zip there, but... the slow route, the adventurous route, and you guys can skip past this footage if you want to. Now, this puzzle is one that we solved earlier. Okay. And so I'm going to quickly... That. That's obviously wrong, because that's supposed to be there. And then that one. Yes. I explained how this puzzle works in a previous video. But basically, it's the Yisha and her family's names in the order of how old the family members are, translated into the language of Denis. So first you've got to find the family tree, then you've got to find the on the porch, on the veranda, the translation. Here we go. From the translation table that Yisha had drawn up, and that's how you know to kind of translate their names. And yeah. And this might just be my favorite age in the whole game. Look at this, huh? Listen to the music also. Over here. Jeez. We need to help her. There's the book. That wasn't the pedestal. Let's try something. There's an Easter egg here apparently. That I just want to show you guys. This is where Myst exile starts apparently, and what we're supposed to do. Ah. That'll be Yisha, the baby anyway. This is amazing, eh? And here we learn some of the history of the game.
Atreus, I thought you were going to redesign this room, but it looks just like it did before the fire.
Not just like it did, my love. Look, the table is different.
One of these books, I think that's the book back to... Yeah, okay, so we don't want to go there just yet.
For 20 years, I've harbored a secret. People talk about my sons and the evil things they did. Yet still I remain strangely mute. I do not discuss my own actions that day, or the rage I felt when I burned the 2 linking books that had snared them. Some people believe my sons died in those fires, but the truth is, they did not. You're the only one I can confide in, my friend. So I'm asking you to come to Tamana. There are things I must tell you about my sons.
I think it might be the start of the first Myst game. Ah, there we go.
The first time I placed my hand on Serenia's linking panel, I remember thinking, this age will be unlike any I've journeyed to so far. And it was. The sky was crisp and clear. The rivers and waterfalls sparkled like diamonds. Even the worn paths threading through the canopies of stone took my breath away. I met a group of women who told me they had been expecting me, and as we talked late into the evening, they did seem to know a lot about me. Yet the more they explained why, the more impossible their stories seemed. Of course, Catherine's ages have always struck me as impossible. Why should this one have been different? One of the stories the Protectors told me, for that is what they called themselves, moves me to this day. Many lifetimes ago, a child from the village contracted a fever and died. His parents, who had loved him very much, decided to bury him under a waterfall and built a balloon to take him there. The parents' grief was so strong, however, that when they landed their balloon, they could only carry the child a short way. So they set him down beside a giant flower and slept. All night, the mother's tears never stopped flowing. Eventually, they sank through the ground and bathed the flower's roots. Moved by the tears, the flower told the parents to carry their child into her epistle. She would preserve his memories so they could visit him whenever they wished. Then the flower passed one of the tears back through her roots, turning it into a container to hold memories, and the father dove underwater to collect it. And that is how the memory chamber first displayed her power to the Serenians. Having read Catherine's descriptive book, I realized that the plant the Protectors called the memory chamber is but the fruiting body of a massive fungus. Like any fungus, it recycles dead organic material into nutrients. In this case, filled memory globes. Since Yisha has recently asked to see Serenia, I will share this explanation with her, as I did her brothers when they were her age. Yet I cannot help thinking that my scientific understanding of Serenia's pales in comparison to the Protector's simple tale. I had not fully realized how many years have passed since I visited this age. So when I stepped out of the linking cave with Yisha, I was pleased to see only a little has changed. A new group of women have replaced the Protectors I knew, but they seemed to be as friendly as the first. Yisha took an immediate liking to the one called Anya. As we made our plans to spend more time here in the future, I felt confident our relationship with these women would be mutually beneficial. After an absence of several weeks, we returned to Serenia last night. Catherine agreed to accompany us, so we will stay for a week or more. This morning, I took advantage of Catherine's presence to re-explore alone. My route soon took me beyond Serenia's current memory chamber to the old abandoned flower which had served the village centuries ago. The man-made edifice surrounding the chamber looked much the same as I remembered, although the flower itself was in far worse state of decay. I tried opening the door to explore inside, but found it locked. Just as well. 30 years ago, the Protectors told me how the delicate inner heart of the chamber emits a strong fragrance as part of its reproductive cycle. The closer the chamber gets to maturation, the more toxic this gas becomes, forcing the Protectors to find a new flower for their use. No doubt the collected fumes inside the original chamber would have made it impossible for me to survive there very long. Catherine says I should have seen it coming, but this morning, Yisha asked permission to meet Serenia's ancestors. I tried to explain that the place the Protectors called Dream is not real. How can it be? But she insists on finding out for herself. So what am I to do? I suppose it will do no harm to let her try? From what Anya told me, it should take several months for Yisha to learn how to dream. And it has certainly been a while since I've had enough free time to concentrate on the crystal viewer's attachment. Keeping my inquisitive daughter occupied may end up being beneficial for us all. I cannot believe how quickly time has flown. Today we attended a ceremony on Serenius celebrating Yisha's mastery of their customs. I must admit, although my doubts about the dream realm remain, seeing my daughter's pride as she received the Protector's necklace made it all seem worthwhile. Yisha said something strange during our writing lesson today. She thought it was sad that Catherine rarely writes anymore, and asked if we should explain that just because someone dies after visiting an age doesn't mean the age's writer is responsible. I knew immediately she was talking about my grandmother. Yet Catherine and I have never fully described Anna's death, so how she knew this information is a mystery. When I asked, she said her necklace had said something while she was holding Anna's picture. The answer was completely unsatisfactory. Yet I must admit, Yisha had displayed an uncanny knowledge of things she never witnessed ever since receiving the Protector's gift. I'd like to examine this necklace more closely, but at the moment the situation with Cirrus and Achenar takes precedence. Perhaps after my friend leaves us tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. And there's some information in there that is useful for what we need to do. There we go. Right, well let's... I think I went the wrong way. But let's head back to where we need to go. Right, let's explore this, shall we? Water wheels. Looks like we can adjust things here. But we don't really want to. Let's go after him, shall we? Where we need to get, see that's a fire. Where we need to get is So yeah, what you're gonna have here is, I think it's. We've seen water, we've seen air, we've seen fire. We need earth also. Well, not that we need earth, but I think there'll be earth. But we'll have to see. Okay, I believe we found our way to the end of the situation. Yep.
I was starting to worry about you. In the dream, you always arrived before third bell had rung. Welcome to Serenia. I am Anya, one of 6 now serving as protector here. You may find this hard to believe, but my sisters and I dreamed you would be coming. You're searching for Yisha. I fear she may be in trouble, but we have not seen her since we gave her the necklace 2 weeks ago. I will gather my sisters to help find her. In the meantime, you should consult the memory chamber. She always knows more about what's going on in this land than we do. Follow the ceremonial alley to her doors and see what insight she has to provide.
Okay. That's where we came from. Up there, I believe. I guess let's sit down in a chair, shall we? I'm gonna assume that's just like a prayer room or something. Oh right, okay, this is how to get to the other sort of the final part of the game, which we'll talk about later. I wonder if that's the prayer chamber up ahead. Or if that's the prayer chamber up ahead there across the water.
friends who are still alive sleep in the village.
So that's to the village. This water's beautiful now. Let's go.
Wait, please. Listen to me. Okay. It doesn't look good. I admit it, but it's not what you think. I'm just taking it for a little while. Borrowing it, so to speak. It's the plan. Cyrus's plan. He's got Yisha. I just want to stop him. He's a nutcase. He's here. And don't let Father come here, or you'll screw up everything. Find my journal, the one from 20 years ago. Cyrus doesn't even know that I kept one. I hid it in a stone pillar in the forest near where two rivers are crossing. It'll explain everything. Cyrus is mad. He's gonna kill Father. I've got to stop him.
Alrighty, so might be the same movie.
Wait, please. Listen to me. Okay. It doesn't look good.
I guess if we get lost, we can come
But it's
back
not what
here.
you think. I'm just taking it for a little while. Borrowing it, so to speak.
So we'll just skip this.
The plan. Cyrus.
Nope. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to... Okay, give it a second to zoom out. I'm going to call it here. When I get back, I'll have more answers for you. This is actually where I played to previously, to plan to play ahead for these videos. So, yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.